Good morning, beautiful, beautiful Saggies. Welcome back, everybody. I tried my darndest to answer all your comments yesterday. Um, there's getting to be a lot of new subscribers and comments, so I truly appreciate them. I know that I've been negligent answering them right away, but I've had so many personal reads, guys, and I thank you for those blessings, and I'm trying my hardest to keep up with it all. Um, I do read all the comments every day. I sometimes don't have the time to answer them all, but no, I read them all. It's really important for me to keep up with that because it allows me to know whether I'm resonating or not resonating in the reads. And one comment that has been standing out to me for days now is like there's a viewer getting angry why the King of Wands keeps appearing when they're dealing with like a Virgo or an Aquarius or whatever zodiac sign at the time. This is going to be like an informative session to like show and prove to you who the King of Wands is. The King of Wands can be a Virgo, just so you know. It's energies we're reading from the universe. It is a person who is in that energy, and I can't be more specific. It can be any one of the 12 zodiac signs. The King of Wands can be any single one of those zodiac signs, but they choose to be in that energy, which is quite often, in this case, someone who's in their pride, someone who's in their ego, and someone who is acting on their passions. That's why they're appearing as the King of Wands instead of like a sword sign or an earth sign or a water sign. That is like quite often we're dealing with an emperor who may or may not have ascended. They're stuck in that fire sign energy, whether they're a fire sign or not. They're stuck in that fire energy. They may be a hard worker, a go-getter, very passionate, but at the moment they were ruled by their ego and their pride. That's why they keep appearing as that fire sign. An emperor can, they're the same as an empress. They embody all the qualities of the four kings or queens. Take it as it resonates. They can choose to appear as a fire. They can choose to show up as a sword sign, a water sign, an air sign, an earth sign. Right now, this individual chooses to be ruled by their passions. That was their downfall. That's why they have to ascend. If they're an emperor or an empress, we embody all of those qualities of all the four kings or queens if you're dealing with a mature person. Now, your person, whoever they are, whatever sign they are, whatever sign of the zodiac, they're showing up as the King of Wands because that is the energy at the time they are choosing to embody, instead of being the emperor who they're intended to be. You might be dealing with an immature, unascended emperor, and they have not yet learned all the lessons of the kings. That's why they're showing up as the King of Wands. So when you get angry that your person is showing up as the King of Wands and is saying, well, I'm not dealing with a fire sign. You may not be dealing with a fire sign, but they're in that energy. They're in that fire energy. So please remember that. That is the most specific message that I have for the collective. We, as empresses, can appear, even though you might be a fire sign, you might appear as an earth sign. You might appear as the Queen of Pentacles due to your dedication, loyalty, and service. You might appear as the Queen of Cups. Does it mean that you're a water sign? No, that's the energy you were in or are in. So please keep that in mind. That is why I do not call out zodiac signs. We all have and embody all of those qualities, no matter what sign we are. We embody and we have the ability to embody any one of those queen signs if you're a female, and or a male. You can be in a female energy. Same with the emperor. Can be in any one of those energies or several at the same time. So that's why I don't call out zodiac signs, because it's very, very misleading. Who did that emperor choose to be at the time? The King of Wands. That's why it's appearing daily. Doesn't matter the zodiac sign, your person, if the rest of the story matches. So let's find out, as a test to the universe, not to test the universe, but let the universe test you. The King of Wands. Spirit, who is the King of Wands to the collective? The personality is what you want to go by. The energy of the King of Wands. Who is the King of Wands to the Sagittarian collective? Could be the one that ghosted you, made empty promises to you. Who is the King of Wands to Sagittarius? The one could be a Virgo. See what I mean? But it's the energy. Does it mean the King of Wands is a Virgo? Could be. But it is the energy, the one that left you depressed, the one that ghosted you, the one that left you feeling in this energy, or they themselves are in that energy. Does it mean it's a Virgo? Nope. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? They have the ability to be the King of Pentacles. Does that mean they're a Virgo? Nope. Does that mean they're an earth sign? Nope. It's just someone who could be dedicated, someone who focused on the coin, someone who should have been loyal, loving. There's the Queen of Cups. Does that mean I'm talking to a water sign? No, I'm doing a Sag read. Someone who chose money over love. One who is slow committing. Someone who is slow offering anything. Why? Because they had their focus on money. Who is the King of Wands to Sagittarius, Spirit? I'm trying to give you this information because that's why tarot is based on personalities and energies instead of zodiac signs. You can take on zodiac signs, but when you're dealing with thousands and thousands of people, it's more important to focus in on the energy. I've already asked, who's the King of Wands? Well, he's the King of Pentacles and he's the Knight of Pentacles. He was more focused on money, maybe thinking he didn't have enough money, or he was slow to commit or to come in. Focus more on money than love. That's why he was slow making a decision. The one who burdened you, who now is burdened by money. The one who rejected you. That's who the King of Wands is. Any zodiac sign under the stars. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The one who rejected committing. The one whose focus was money. Could have rejected you for another commitment, or rejected you because they were money focused oriented. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The Emperor. That's who he is. Does he choose to be that emperor? Not necessarily. He could be a boss. He could own his own company. He could be a father. Does that mean that emperor is a Taurus? No. Absolutely not. Could be any sign. So, who's the King of Wands? The one who chose another lover. That's who the King of Wands is. The one who went to a third party. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The one who you're distant from now, had a cycle with. Who's the King of Wands? Well, guess what? He's the King of Swords. He's an air sign. No, he is in this energy. Cold, detached, distant. Who's the King of Wands to Sag? Well, the one who's acting immature. Had little to offer because their focus was on their own individual selves. They became cold, detached. The one who's acting immature with their communications. Who's the King of Wands to Sag? The one who is in their passion, thought more of screwing other people. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The one who betrayed you. Any sign. Who is the King of Wands? The one who put you in this energy. The one who betrayed you. The one who either now is feeling guilty, but they put you in this sadness for betrayal. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The one who had another lover, the other woman. Take it as it resonates. Roles reversed. That's what created the Tower. The King of Wands created the Tower by stepping into a third-party situation. That's who the King of Wands is. Whatever zodiac sign that is, they're all going to be here, guys. So it is the energy of that person. If that is your story and that happened, it was the King of Wands, whatever zodiac sign they are. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The one who was breadcrumbing, giving to two. Who's the King of Wands to Sag? The one who is in a third party. The one who didn't care who got hurt. The one who is like manipulative, arrogant, harsh with their words. Didn't care. Had that attitude, that personality. Who is the King of Wands to Sag, Spirit? Well, they're the ones that need to change. Be honest. Who's the King of Wands? The one you're silent with, perhaps. The one who normally is intuitive. Does that mean the King of Wands is the High Priestess? No. It means the King of Wands didn't listen to their intuitions. Who is the King of Wands? Are they the Empress? No. So who is this Empress? I said, who's the King of Wands? The one that maybe has an Empress on the side and was quiet about it. Who's the King of Wands to Sag? The Devil. Does that mean they're a Capricorn? Hell no. Does it mean that the Empress they went to is a karmic? Hell yeah. Who's the King of Wands to Sag? And this individual of the King of Wands are bound to that third party because of their lust, their addictions, their codependency. That's who the King of Wands is. Who's the King of Wands? They may suffer from addictions. They may suffer from codependency or drinking or just being attached to now the one who didn't keep their promises. Who's the King of Wands? The one that broke your heart with a third party. If that's your story, then your person is showing up as the King of Wands, even though they may be the King of Pentacles, even though they might be the King of Swords. Who is the King of Wands? Expose the King of Wands. They're the ones that may have had a child, or the one you thought was the... Does it mean they're a Leo? No. The one you thought you were going to have happiness with, but instead they broke your heart. Who is the King of Wands? The one that was lying, the one that was deceptive. They could have had a child with that Empress. For some Saggies, that's who the King of Wands is. No matter what zodiac sign, they were lying. They were deceptive and hiding things from you. Does it mean they're a Pisces? Nope. Could be. But it's the energy, guys. Does it mean they're a Leo? Nope. All the signs are going to be here, guys. This is the universe proving to you who the King of Wands is. Who is the King of Wands? The one that may have a greedy karmic who only cared about money. Who's the King of Wands? The one you spent a lot of time with and invested in, and then they took this planted seeds with someone else because they were acting single. Who's the King of Wands? The one you thought you were committed to? Does it mean they're a Taurus? Nope. Could be. But it's the energy, guys. The one you thought you were in a commitment with, but they were out acting single. Who is the King of Wands? The attention whore who you're mad at. The one that did you injustice. Does it mean they're a Libra? Nope. Just means they did you wrong. And now you got mad. Who's the King of Wands? The one that moved away from you because they could have kids. Or they're in your past. Could have been a past life soulmate of yours. Who's the King of Wands? Someone who treated you like an option because they had options. Who's the King of Wands? The one who may want to come and reconcile now. Who's the King of Wands? The one you had to make a judgment about, a judgment call on. Who's the King of Wands? The one you had an ending with. The one who needs to transform. The one who needs to ascend. The one who may want a new beginning with you. The one who needs to be enlightened to ascend. Who's the King of Wands? The one that's trapped with a karmic. The one that made you worry. The one that's trapped in some sort of other relationship who's feeling trapped now and worried. Who is the King of Wands? the one who stressed you out, the one that made you worry, the one who you had sleepless nights about. But now they're feeling that energy. Who's the King of Wands? Is it a Virgo? Could be. It's the one that ghosted you, the one that left you lonely, the one who now might be the lonely one. Who's the King of Wands? The one that walked away. Or you had to walk away from. The one that left you out in the cold. The one who now might be lonely. The one who left you out in the cold. Or you had to leave that person out in the cold. Who's the King of Wands? The one you were in a union with. Could be your twin flame. One you might have been even married to. Who's the King of Wands? The Fool. Does it mean it's an Aries? Could be. But it's not. It's just the energy of the Fool. Who is the King of Wands? The one you may have turned your back on, or they may have turned your back on you, or the one you're waiting for, or the one that's waiting for you. Who's the King of Wands? The one you loved. The one who wounded you. The one who made a decision. King of Cups. They're all the energies, guys. They're all the kings. Because either they're not in their full emperor energy. This is someone who's a father. This is someone who's emotional, has feelings, but they walked away from those feelings. Who is the King of Wands? The one who is in denial. The one who didn't want to see something. Who's the King of Wands? Is he a Cancer? Don't know. He, she, don't know. The one who decided to make a move. The one who might have been traveling to see someone else. The one that was your yin to your yang. The one who could have taken control. Who or moved on from you. Who owes you an apology. Who may have been traveling to see someone else and produced a child, literally. It's not going to resonate for every Sag, but this is the energy of the King of Wands. So if this fits your person, this is who they are appearing as. Who is the King of Wands to Sag? The player. The one who may have come in and out of your life, traveled back and forth energy. Who's the King of Wands? The King of Wands. He's all the kings, guys, because he's the Emperor. Who's the King of Wands? The one you cut off. The one you want to come correct. Who's the King of Wands? The one you're waiting to hear something from or some news. Who's the King of Wands? The one who's watching you or the one you're watching. Who's the King of Wands? The hard worker. The one you, this individual is a hard worker. And he also could be watching you via someone you work with or seeing you as a hard worker. The one who wants to work at this 10 of Cups with you. Who is, or you could have been in a family with. Who's the King of Wands? Is it an Aquarius? Could be. But the King of Wands is someone who is being hopeful, wishful for this happy 10 of Cups and wants to work on things with Sag. Who is the King of Wands? The one that was greedy to Sag. The one who acted selfishly. The one who could have been overindulging in other persons, in other substances, in drinking. The one who just simply acted arrogant, smug to Sag. Who now probably is saying their prayers. Who is the King of Wands? The one that was juggling. The one that couldn't make up their mind because they were juggling. The one you have to set boundaries with. The one who is defensive in their communications or wants to fight. The one you ended things with. The one who is deceptive. The one who is either penny pinching or block communications with. Your soulmate. That's who. The one who may want an opportunity with their true soulmate now and is trying to manifest. They were in their pride and ego. Put you in a competition. That is who the King of Wands is. So if that description fits your person, that is them. Their energy. All the kings, because they're supposed to be an emperor. They're supposed to ascend, but they choose to appear as the King of Wands. Someone who was passion focused, and that's what screwed them up. So now they got to learn their lesson. They chose money. They chose other people. They chose to be in all those instead of choosing love. That's it. One card here. All the rest here. This person can be any energy they want to be, but they choose to appear as the King of Wands. They are all the kings. They are the emperor. That's why they appear as the King of Wands. And when you see that energy change, when the energy starts to change, then the King of Wands is not going to appear. But for now, they've been appearing for at least the last several months as the King of Wands, because that was the energy that they were in. They were all focused on their passions, but this is about to change, guys. That's who the King of Wands is. He's all the kings. He's the King of Pentacles. He's the King of Swords. He's the King of Cups. So take your pick. He's the Emperor. He's the same as the Empress, embodying all the ability and the energies of the queens, of the kings. He's the Emperor, but he's an immature Emperor. He hasn't grown up yet, folks. Instead of choosing love, his true love, he chose everything but the true love. So if that is your story, your person is the King of Wands at the moment. But he could be any sign because he's the Emperor and he embodies all the kings. But this is who he chooses to be, the King of Wands. What are Sagittarius messages? And I have to get that out there because so many people get confused about who their person is. Tarot is based on energy, personality types. It can involve astrological signs, but when you're dealing with an emperor, they're going to embody it all. Same as the Empress. They're going to embody all those energies. Who do they want to be? Well, your person decided to be the King of Wands. That's why it is appearing daily. The same will resonate for males dealing with an Empress. That's why they appear. All the signs are here, guys. I pulled every card in the deck. That's why they're appearing in that energy. Month after month. Now, what are Sagittarius messages today? Spirit of the greatest white divine light. What do you want Sagittarius to see, know, or hear today for their higher good? And this is knowledge, guys, and that's why I'm doing it, because sometimes it's confusing to understand. Well, my person is this. It's just the energy they choose to embody. Now, instead of choosing to be in the energy of the King of Pentacles, they chose to be in the energy of the King of Wands. They have all four kings in their energy that they could choose to be. They could choose to be the Emperor, but they choose to be the King of Wands. When that energy changes, you know your person is learning something. When they start appearing as the Emperor, you know they have ascended and learned some lesson. Now, because that's why we're here, to learn, to ascend, to become the fullest of our potential. Now, Spirit, what are Sagittarians' messages today for the collective? What is it that Sagittarius should see, know, or hear today? Learn why this betrayal happened. So, Sagittarius, what are Saggi's messages for today's Spirit? What is it that you would like Sagittarius to know? Focus on your own happiness and your Ten of Cups, your happy outcome, because it's coming. What does Sagittarius need to see, know, or hear today for their higher good? Oh my God, guys, look, I can't make this stuff up. I totally can't. We have the King and Queen of Wands with a commitment in the middle. That's what Spirit is saying was supposed to be your Ten of Cups. This person, whoever these energies are, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands with a commitment in the middle. This is marriage. That was supposed to be the designed plan for this happy Ten of Cups. Instead, they moved on, or you did. That was the plan. Can't make it up. Guys, if you could only just see this, I wish I could. We got King and Queen of Wands with the commitment in the middle for this happy family. Instead, your person chose this, to move away, or you chose to move away because they chose not to ascend. That was the universal plan here for this Ten of Cups. That's stay in this commitment. But right now, the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are not even looking at each other. They're both looking away from each other. Instead, it ends up like this. The Ten of Swords. But the universal plan was the King and Queen of Wands, that energy, someone you're passionate about, someone you could have your Ten of Cups with, ends up in betrayal because your person chose to go that route. Whether you're male, female, you're both looking away from each other. And this person chose, the King of Wands is looking at betrayal. instead of the Ten of Cups, chose the Ten of Swords. That's why. They owe you an apology. They're stressing out about this now, but they put you in that energy. Instead of their Ten of Cups, you're looking at apologies, Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords. That's what this individual, unintelligent, immature, egotistical person did. Chose to be the King of Wand energy instead of the Emperor. Whoa, what are Sagittarius messages? Yeah, when all along they truly loved you. See? They could have chosen to be the King of Cups, loving. Instead, they chose to be in their ego. That's why the betrayal. Made you false promises. You know, they should have offered love and upheld their family unit here, but they chose betrayal. They chose money. Or they chose another commitment. But it's money oriented, guys, I can tell you that. Passion oriented. That's why the King of Wands is appearing. Because they took this wand and used it elsewhere. That's why they were in their ego. They ignored their emotions, they ignored spirit, they ignored what they knew better, and they chose to be in their act passionately betraying you. That's the deal here, Sag. They chose another lover. That's what messed everything up, guys. They didn't listen to spirit, the plan. They were a fool. They took the leap of faith to someone else. Do they regret it? Absolutely. Without a doubt. That's not going to resonate for every Sag, but you know what? This person feels guilty about it. And even if they don't show it, they feel guilty. They're human. They might pretend they don't. They might act like they don't, but they do. And you're mad. And you have every reason to be angry at this person because they messed up your Ten of Cups. They messed up the plan of the universe. You can't get a better match, guys. Two go-getters. It was a divine union that they messed up. Two passionate people. Two people who were hardworking. Two people who could have had the world by the tail, but they messed the whole thing up. That's why you're angry. Because they hurt you. This person, when they hurt you, hurt themselves. And they know it. But you know what? They're not going to admit to it until they level up. Till they listen to their intuition. That's why there's silence between you. And that's why they're spying on you. Because they're still in your energy. That's why you can't stop thinking about this individual. That's why you come to tarot. That's why, because they're energetically still holding on to you. They rejected what the universe had offered them. Their Ten of Cups. And foolishly, they turned their nose up at the offer that the universe gave. Yeah, they were all happy with you in the beginning. Yes, things were all rosy. And then they got the King of Wand energy. Decided, nah, I don't want what the universe has. I want to see what else is out there. Explored their options. Left you out in the cold. Their true love. Can you imagine, guys? Left Saggy, their true love, out in the cold. Hello. I guess they figured that they knew more than what the universe knew. That's what they did, Sag. What else, Spirit? Creating all this injustice. That's what they did. They created inequality, unfairness, injustice. Sheesh. By what? An immature wand. Passion. Could have been a one-night stand for all I know. But either or, they were in that energy. They were just focused on the wand, guys. That's why they're appearing as the King of Wands. And they decided to take forward movement with that wand. They may have traveled. They may have, I don't know. Because they were either hoping or wishing or trying to fulfill some type of wish. I don't know what they were doing, guys. But they might have been trying to fulfill some type of wish or fantasy, and having, you know, using the wand, thinking it was going to fulfill them, thinking that it was going to give them wish fulfillment. Because they were in their ego. That's how come they're appearing as the King of Wands. And that's why they became cold and detached. They could be the King of Swords, but it's the energy, the personality. That's why they detached, seemed cold, distant. Because they were in their ego and their pride. That's why they left you in this energy, ghosted you. Could you be dealing with a Virgo? Hell yeah. But it's the energy. They detached from you, leaving you in this energy, and they're trying to say that they did this because they were feeling lonely. And they figured that the wand was going to fulfill them. That's why things came to an end. Because they decided to act single. Pretend that they were single. Even though they knew damned well you were their soulmate. This what caused this breakup, this ending. Because they were in this energy. Toxicity. Addictions. Lust. They were lustful, dudes. That's why they went to a third party. Thinking they could get wish fulfillment or fulfill some type of fantasy. Whoa. The Emperor. Made them feel powerful, strong. You know, they were in their arrogance. You know what I mean? They're actually an emperor. And somebody made a judgment call here. Likely it was a universal judgment call that created that tower. And now they may want to reconcile, thinking they went and did all this crap. Now they want to like act like the emperor and come and reunite. They want teamwork now. Jesus. But they made the decision, Spirit is saying, to enter into a third party. Use this wand. Be a player. Creating all this distance between you. Closing out a cycle. Chose someone else. Some of them may have an actual wifey energy somewhere else. But this wifey energy was only concerned about the coin here. They might be in a commitment somewhere else, just saying. They may have children. Thinking it was going to fulfill their wishes. But they lived in delusional. They were delusional. They lived in denial. This Emperor energy, Empress energy. It's going to be the same either or. They live in denial. They were thinking they were going to get wish fulfillment, it may have brought their youth back out in them. They could be older, thinking that this was going to make them feel younger. For some. But it was a trap. They fell into the trap. It's like they walked away from the best opportunity that they could have had. This is walking away from a big, huge blessing. Spirit says, okay, all right, you stay over there, deceptive. I'm going to end the tower because you're not treating my divine counterpart the way that they should be treated. You keep sneaking away. You keep lying and being deceptive all you like. Stay juggling. You have no defense. They like come off defensive, defending why they did what they did. Spirit said, you just keep on defending yourself. That's why you had to cut this person out of your life. They were not serving your higher good. Or maybe the universe cut this person out of your life because they knew that this person was not in the energy they should be in. Now, the person that they were juggling with is the reason they got cut off from their true love. This individual right here. Cut your person off from true love. True love. The Empress. The one who was their true counterpart. Turned her back. Waiting. It's like, turn their back on the freaking Empress. Take it as it resonates. Immature. Someone maybe younger. Like I said, they had something to prove, guys. That's why they broke your heart. Shiny new toy. Investing. Giving to two. Thinking that this was going to make them happy. Oh, Saggy. That's why they made the decision, because you know what? They need enlightenment to be loyal. They need enlightenment about being the King of Pentacles. That's the lesson. They got to learn to be loyal, faithful, grounded, stable. That's the lesson they got to learn. Maybe they're getting enlightened about this loyalty issue, right? Manifestation. They manifested burdens instead of the 10 of Wands instead of the 10 of Cups, guys. Yep, they need to change, all right. Because that's why they were smug, arrogant, didn't care who they hurt. Now they're the ones that are getting the burden because things are come to a screeching halt. This 5 of Sword energy, they're burdened. This is the truth, Spirit saying. Yeah, no, they got competition. They're working hard. At what? Success, victory. But they got competition now. Whoever they're with, it's like, whatever they're doing now, they got a lot of obstacles. They're working their asses off, thinking that, you know, they should. It's like the woulda, coulda, shoulda thing. They're looking back and they're going, I created all this. And even if they're not looking back at it, they created all this. They created all of this. And now it's like, because like, they're working hard at success. They're working hard at victory. And they're spying on you guys. They're looking back. They're looking back at how slow they were to make a move. And now they want to work their ass off to have a victory, accolades with the Empress. Hello. They were an attention whore. You know what they were working at? Getting attention. That's what they were working at. That's why all this competition, your person suffered from low self-esteem. They were in the King of Wands energy, which screwed them right up. The lesson they were supposed to learn is to be in the King of Pentacle energy. Loyalty, learning about how to be loyal, truthful, honest, stable. They chose every other route except the route that they were supposed to go. So you know what? Spirit's gonna sit over there and let them stew in their juice for a while. See what they do. See if they get this. To see if they get the realization of what they were supposed to do. They're working hard. You know, they thrive on attention. They're attention seekers. They don't feel whole unless all eyes are on them. And that's why they have this competitive spirit, putting you in a competition, because it's they themselves who seek it. They seek attention. They got a lot of ascension to do and a lot of learning to do. Just saying, that's your King of Wands, whatever zodiac sign. If that story is your story, that's your king, that's your emperor, empress. Take it as it resonates. Take care, Sag.